want to be clear. First of all, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And I think it's fair that we state why we're here today. Once again, we state that we are here in defense of the children because of the emergency measures that have been enacted unlawfully and unfounded. There is no data to support the claim of a pandemic, and we are no longer in a state of emergency. Today, the people who are here that we are representing and are representing themselves are parents of children who are suffering. Today, we are enacting Section 4942 of the Criminal Code of Canada, and we are exercising citizen's arrest of the person acting as Mayor, Marion Mead Ward. We will now start reading the declaration of arrest. Are we ready? Yeah. Woo-hoo! Okay, together. On the count of three, we'll start from the top. 1, 2, 3. We are arresting Marion Mead Ward, the woman acting as the Mayor of Burlington, as per Section 4942 of the Canadian Criminal Code. It is my duty to inform you that you have the right to repeat express counsel without delay. You have the right to free and you wish. You also have the right to free advice from a legal aid lawyer. If you are charged of an offense, you may apply to the Ontario Legal Aid Plan for assistance. 1-800-265-0451 is a number that you will put in contact with Legal Aid Duty Counsel lawyer for legal advice. Do you understand? We will take this silence that she does understand, and we will continue. Do you wish to call a lawyer now? Again, we will take this silence as a response of a no, and we will continue. You will be charged with administering a noxious substance to a minor in contravention of Section 251 of the Criminal Code of Canada by forcing dioxide, a known toxic substance listed as item 7.4 in Schedule 1 of the Canadian Environmental Protection Act 1999 and used to euthanize rats and rodents and others painlessly. Committing torture, Section 2691 of the Criminal Code for committing bodily harm through the wearing of masks. Section 221 of the Criminal Code of Canada. Reckless engagement on child abandonment, risking the child's life of permanent health of the child. Section 281 of the Criminal Code of Canada.
Criminal negligence by showing a wanton
disregard for the child's life by refusing to evaluate and reevaluate your behavior or policies you are enforcing. Section 219 of the Criminal Code of Canada. Breach of trust by a public officer. Section 122 of Criminal Code of Canada. You are not obligated to say anything in answer to the charge. Whatever you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand? We will take the silence as she understands.
By
instituting the bylaws, refusing to review the evidence provided to you, ignoring the child and teen suicides, refusing to revoke the illegal COVID measures, and acting dishonorably, you have and continue to assault and recklessly endanger our children. You torture them through isolation, monopolization of perception, humiliation, degradation, exhaustion, threats, occasional indulgences, and the forcing trivial demands. You have breached your trust by abusing a position of authority for self-benefit and against the interests of the children to whom you owe the duty of trust. Please remain where you are until a police officer or peace officer can come to escort you off the premises. Thank you, everybody. We have just exercised our right to a citizen's arrest of the person acting as the mayor for the city of Burlington, Marion Mead Ward. We did it, guys. We did it. All right. We did it.
Where is the officer? The
Well,
police are present. They are watching.
Yes, they are.
They have a legal obligation to do their duty now. They have all of the evidence of the binder and more. And they have chosen to do nothing. In fact, their response to one of the parents in Oakville was to send 2 officers to try and intimidate him. They would rather do that than actually perform their duty to defend the children. That is why you are here, defending your children. If the police will not do it, who else will? You folks.
So should we call the police now to come and apprehend her? She's been
That's a
arrested.
great idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we call 911?
Yeah. Our licensed paralegals will do that for us.
I'm calling 911 because it's a crime in progress.
The CBC is here, guys. Let's welcome the CBC. And thank you for the article.
Makes the police party to an offense.
After the call.
This is real news, but we don't know what they're They'll tell their own version. That's okay. We know what they're here to do. The city's going to see this in Burlington City Hall.
Hello.
But thank you for coming.
We need police. We have a crime in progress. Children in school are being subject of a number of crimes, and we've just made a citizen's arrest of the Mayor of Burlington. And we're at City Hall. We would like police to come and accompany.
I'm not going to ask you again.
Here, I'm going to let you actually.
Dan! I've asked you.
Oh, here he's coming. Just a second. They want to know what we've arrested her for.
No, you're not.
Hi there. What she would be arrested for and the charges are Section 2451 of the Criminal Code of Canada, the forcing of children wearing a mask and the rebreathing of carbon dioxide. Section 269.11 of the the Criminal Code of Canada for committing bodily harm, the wearing of masks, and for torturous actions committed by a government official. The reckless endangerment, which is Section 218 of the Criminal Code of Canada. And then, I'm sorry, I'm just going to go to the other side of the charges over here. The other charge would be Section 219 of the Criminal Code of Canada, which is criminal negligence for showing a wanton and careless disregard for the child's life by refusing to evaluate and reevaluate her behavior or policies that she is enforcing. And the breach of trust of a public officer, which is Section 122. We don't see one right now. We don't see a police officer here. Nope, directly in front of the building. My name is Dan Oak.
Yeah.
Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
He's gonna make the officers here come and have a chat with us. Yep. Yeah.
What did they say?
They're going to make one of the officers here come and have a chat with us.
Okay.
Let's get. Okay, so the officers that are apparently here are going to come and have a chat with us. So, Halton Parents, you guys are the ones that should be speaking to them, not me. I'll make myself known and then redirect them to you. So, especially the mothers. Like really, let's focus on, obviously, the dads count, but let's focus on the mothers here. Okay?
What's about grandfathers?
Grandmothers count too. Grandmothers count too.
Then, so can I grab a copy of my copy? It's a little bit different.
Don't worry about it.
I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'll be down there. We have the...
Jane, come on over.
Hello, thank you for coming.
Hello there. Welcome back.
Somebody called 911?
Yes, we did. Yeah, so we've
Bystander.
obviously declared that there is a citizen's arrest happening right here. The parents have made their declaration of arrest. Read the statement that I gave to you earlier. You got a copy? Great, thank you very much. Jane is our paralegal and also a grandmother over here. We've got the Halton parents here that have declared that there is an arrest out now for the woman acting as mayor, Marion Mead Ward. So,
And they've been notified.
and you guys have been notified. So Halton Police, Halton Police, we are here. Parents, if you guys want to say something, you go right ahead. Because this is not an event. This is not a protest. This is an arrest. So I'll let the parents do the talking because they're the ones laying the charge. Anyone?
We were asking the parents if they would like to speak to this officer who is here at the request that we have made. So if any parents would like to talk to this officer about the criminal charges that we are applying to the person acting as Marion Mead Ward today, I suggest you do so now. This officer has come here at our request. So parents, if you would like to have a conversation with this officer, please do so.
And you might want to tell him about any distress that your child is going through with math at school. Has anybody?
Yeah, so I've been, hello. I've been,
please give the officer space.
Yeah.
Please give the officer space. Do not get into his space, please.
We are in the middle of a pandemic,
Yeah,
folks,
we-
so
yeah,
be
yeah.
mindful of the provincial emergency orders.
Yeah.
Thank you.
officer. So I've been in contact with Sergeant Kelly of the child unit. My children have suffered greatly through this pandemic, through the measures that the government, the municipal government have imposed. We've been communicating with Sergeant Kelly, providing her with evidence. No response. I followed up with her twice, 3 times. No response. The only response I got was 2 officers from the intelligence unit showing up at my door, at my home, to deliver a message. I would say it was more of an intimidation, but deliver a message of not to proceed with this action, not to not to perform a citizen's arrest on the woman acting as mayor. So I asked them, have you guys done anything about the charges that I'm, the email where I'm alleging that my children have been abused through this whole event, and no response from that. There's just no acknowledgement of that. And so today we're here with the Halton parents. It's not just me. There's a bunch of us here, and we are asking for Halton Police's assistance in performing the citizen's arrest.
Okay, so as you said, there are allegations. Everyone has the right to protest. The Charter of Rights outlines that. So you are completely well within your right.
We're not protesting.
So, well,
We're here on
okay.
official business.
Would you like me to speak, or we can all take turns speaking? But I'm just trying.
We
to
just
get
are
my
clarifying
point across.
facts right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were not here to protest. We need to clarify that with you. We're here to exercise
Okay.
Section
Whatever-
4942 of the Criminal Code and exercising citizen's arrest of the mayor.
Yeah.
As I said, whatever your purpose for being here, obviously it's a lawful
It's
purpose.
the
The
that
crime-
you
the
want-
purpose,
crime-
though.
crime in
You
progress.
need to be clear on why we're here.
Okay, what I'm clear on is that you have your own ideas and you're welcome to do that under the charter. Freedom of expression is right there in the charter.
I don't
What
think you're
will
understanding why
no,
we're here.
okay.
I think
No.
there's some confusion.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Carbon
say this again
dioxide
very politely.
is
If
a
you don't-
toxic product of substance.
Okay, if you don't allow me a chance to speak, we're over right now. I'm willing to speak, but I need a chance.
Just don't call it a protest. It's not a protest.
We're just trying to
Okay.
clarify a point, that's all.
All right,
We
that's
would
fine.
like to hear you.
Okay, so what I'm saying is there is absolutely no reasonable grounds for a violation of the criminal code. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, there is. You guys
Have you
all
read the
provided-
evidence?
Well, there
the
is-
chair of the Halton Police Services Board has received everything. We have confirmation of the receipt from the chair of the Toronto Police Services Board, who happens to be the mayor of Oakville as well, which is a massive conflict of interest, but we'll leave it there. But the point being is that they have received all of the evidence within the binder, all of the testimonials from parents like Charbel, and there are plenty more that have made this claim as well. They're all standing right here. This is not a protest. This is an action. Officers have a duty. You guys aren't here to explain facts to us. We've provided those from world experts, local MDs, medical doctors, lawyers, paralegals, and more. And now the parents are here making a charge. The officers have a duty to perform the
Or at least
action,
investigate.
or at least to investigate, which they already said that they wouldn't. Charbel was intimidated by officers rather than doing anything to protect the children. So it's a simple thing. Are we protecting the children? Sorry, we are protecting the children. Are you folks?
Or are the police going to protect the cabal?
The police are here to ensure public safety. You're entitled to your beliefs.
These are not
No,
police.
they're not
These
police.
are facts.
Were they in charge?
Carbon dioxide, that's a fact.
We're not here to share our beliefs. We have a binder of evidence. Have you read our evidence? Have you done an investigation?
I have not read your evidence.
Then how do you know that we don't have a valid case?
I understand that there are
Can
no
you
reasonable
answer my
grounds.
question? If you have
how do you
not read the
understand
evidence,
that?
if you have not read the evidence, how can you make a claim that we do not have a valid case?
If
Have you done an
feel-
investigation?
I have not personally
Then
done the
how do you know that we do
investigation.
not have
No
a
one
valid
has.
case to be
Right,
here?
No one
How-
has.
Excuse me.
Understand
How do you know that we do not have a valid claim right now if you have not done an investigation? Can you explain that to me, please?
There is no reasonable grounds to believe.
You have not read
that
the
there is a
evidence, so
criminal
how can you make
offense,
that claim?
And the Halton Regional Police are here to ensure public safety.
If you have not
That's
read
our-
the evidence that's been provided, how can you make that claim?
Yeah.
I am here as the duty officer. I
And
am
you're not
the
a medical
investigating
officer either.
So I'm telling you here that because you've called 911 to come here and say, yes, you can be here, you can have a lawful protest.
We are not having a protest. We're going to make that claim
You
again.
can call this meeting, quite frankly, whatever you choose. What I'm saying is there is no legal grounds for any
Well, you
criminal
haven't read
offense.
the evidence, so you cannot make that claim.
Yeah. And
I
you're
am
not a
making
medical
claim there's
doctor
no
either.
legal
So you're making a
grounds.
false claim.
Yeah.
I'm making a statement that there are no grounds for a criminal action against the mayors of this
How-
community.
but
So
you
they're
have not read
allowed
the
to
evidence,
abuse
you
our
cannot
children
make that
with
claim.
impunity.
So what you have the option of doing is if you feel strongly in your cause, you can make an application to a justice of the peace. If you feel that way, then you can do that.
I
That
wanna-
is an option.
Okay,
for you.
that's
No,
fair.
it's
Thank
13
you
weeks.
for that direction.
So that's
So
an
I would let's make it clear that the police were brought here today while we exercise our right under section 4942 of the criminal code to arrest the mayor based on the evidence, based on the facts, based on the testimonials that we have collected in our binder. We called 911 for assistance, which is again within our rights and within the act. And what we have is we have a police officer who has arrived, who has not read the evidence, who has not done an investigation, and is making the claims that we do not have enough evidence to make an arrest.
You're
Am I-
also quoting the incorrect section of the criminal code. You do not have authority under that section for what you feel you're entitled to do. So you may want to read a little bit more.
No,
of the
they
criminal code.
they realized that they could do private charge, but there's the 13-week wait, and there's too much harm done to wait 13
So
weeks.
You got the avenue
So
to
they
do
still-
it. Unfortunately, and we can agree to disagree, your interpretation of that section of the criminal code, you're welcome to interpret any way you want. From my knowledge of the legal system, that is not the correct interpretation
Well,
of that section.
normally a
of the criminal
JP is available right
So,
away for
you
private
can-
charge, But in this case, 13 weeks. They were told 13 weeks.
13 weeks.
To this day.
13 weeks.
Yeah.
And the children can't wait that long. Children are
Well, then
getting,
you can make an
children are
application.
killing themselves.
You can make an application.
So I can make an
Anyway,
application.
thank you very much for your time. And again, you're welcome to stay
No,
here.
Let it go.
It's a peaceful event, and I do thank you for that. And we're here just to ensure public safety. Thank you very much.
Officer, excuse me, officer.
Officer, badge number and name. Badge number and name. Walking away. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so.
Did she ever?
Okay, folks, so we have an official answer. The parents of Halton have an official answer, and we are now apparently going to get his name and badge number, which we just requested and was not provided. That is another illegal action. Again, we have the evidence. It is well more than enough. Again, this has been vetted by police, the awake ones, lawyers, and paralegals. Everybody who has seen this preponderance of evidence has said that this is more than enough.
And many doctors.
And now, and doctors and scientists, these are not just a couple of little peons here or there, okay? You guys know, you've read the binder. These are world experts in the field. And to give you an example, the woman acting as mayor over here used public opinion to institute the mask mandates. Public opinion is not scientific research. These folks are ignoring the teen and child suicide attempts. They are ignoring the harm on your children.
And one more point, that was manipulated public opinion.
And that, and good point, Jane. That's manipulated public opinion for the mask mandate. So we have our answer. We can head out for the day. We are not stopping here. There are other mayors in Halton, and we will make our rounds. You guys have done an incredible thing stepping forward today. This is not just a lawful and legal step. This is a declaration and a statement that we are not standing under their system and that we're not going to allow somebody else to defend our children. You guys, the parents, you are the ones defending your children. We just saw they're not going to do it. You've got to do it. And we will be there with you. We are all together in this, and we are not stopping here. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.